Hi everyone. Okay, so today we're going to be doing problem number 2 off of the 7.1 and 7.2 day 3 applications of systems worksheet. And this problem talks about using a system of equations to find the airspeed of a plane and the wind speed that it's flying against. So the word problem reads that an airplane is flying into a headwind. It travels 2,000 miles, flying a distance between Massachusetts and Utah in 4 hours and 24 minutes. On the return flight, the airplane travels this distance in 4 hours. Find the airspeed of the plane and the speed of the wind, assuming both remain constant. Okay, so here, first it says hint, write two expressions for the speed of the plane against the wind and the speed of the plane with the wind. In addition, remember that distance equals rate times time. So the first thing I'm going to do is write d is equal to v times t, because v is really the rate here. V is our velocity. Okay? And then next I'm going to define my variables, because for word problems, that's the most important thing that you need to do every single time. So what are we going to call x? Well, what's it asking? It says determine the airspeed of the plane and the speed of the wind. So let's call x the airspeed. Of plane. Okay, and then that means that y is going to be the wind speed. Okay, so next we're going to split this up and write two separate equations. So I'm going to write one equation that's against the wind. And one with the wind. Okay, so how are we going to write velocity in terms of x and y against the wind? So here, if you're going against the wind, you've got x, which is the airspeed of the plane, but then the wind is going against you, so it's pushing against x. It's directly against the speed that's going forward. So this would have to be x minus y, because y is going to be going against x. And that's going to be your velocity against the wind. Your total velocity with the wind, in this case, your wind is actually helping you. So you don't only have the airspeed of the plane, but then you also have the addition of the wind, which is helping you. So v is going to be equal to x plus y. Okay, now we can use distance equals velocity times time to write our equations. So notice that distance is going to be a constant 2,000. Okay, and then over here we could also write 2,000 equals, because our distances are the same. Okay, our velocity is going to be x minus y. Okay, I'm going to put that in parentheses because I'm going to be multiplying it by the time. Now against the wind, it says it takes 4 hours and 24 minutes. So we don't really want to use minutes here because it's asking for the speed, and that's going to be in miles per hour. So I'm going to convert 24 minutes into hours. So when you divide 24 by 60, you actually get 0.4 hours. So here, your total time is going to be 4.4 hours. Okay, and that's the conversion from 4 hours and 24 minutes. Okay, so there's our first equation. With the wind now, it's going to be 2,000 is equal to x plus y, which is our velocity, times our time, which is a little bit quicker here. It's 4. Okay, so next, I'm actually going to solve this by using substitution. So here I'm going to distribute the 4 with this equation. I'm going to get 2,000 is equal to 4x plus 4y. And then I'm going to get, let's get x by itself. So we have 2,000 minus 4y equals 4x. So I'm going to get 500 equals, oops, sorry, that's not equals, it should be minus minus y is equal to x. So this entire thing is what x is equal to. Now I'm going to take this and I'm going to substitute it in for x here. So this equation, and I'm not even going to distribute this 4.4 because the 4.4 is kind of going to cause all the numbers to be a little bit messy. So here I'm just going to substitute 500 minus y in for x. I'm going to minus another y times 4.4. Okay, next thing I'm going to do is simplify. And now I'm going to get y by itself. So I could distribute this 4.4, but I think it's going to cause some messy numbers. So I'm just going to, well, yeah, I'm just going to divide everything by 4.4. So I'm going to get 2,000 divided by 4.4. And I'm just going to write it like that because it's going to be some repeating decimal. Is equal to 500 minus 2y. And I'm going to get 2,000 divided by 4.4 minus 500 equals negative 2y. And then divide everything by negative 2. So I'm going to multiply everything here by negative 1/2. And then I'm just going to type this straight into the calculator. Okay, so you could have done this algebra slightly different, but the key is being able to get to this equation here. And I get that y is going to be approximately, let me do the calculation. It's going to be approximately 22.73. And this is miles per hour. Okay, once I get that approximate answer, I'm going to leave it in my calculator and I'm going to plug it in over here. 500 minus y is equal to x, and I'm going to get x is approximately 477.27 miles per hour. These are our two speeds, and we're done.